So, is it still worth it to sell stickers, especially on apps such as Etsy? And the quick answer to that is yes, in my opinion. But I'm going to break down why I think that is. So, the number one reason it's still worth it to sell stickers on Etsy is because it is relatively cheap to make stickers. The startup cost to make stickers is pretty cheap if you go the route of hand cutting them. You can purchase a machine such as a Cricut or a Silhouette, but if you're just starting out and don't have any money, you could start off by just having a printer and cutting them out by hand. If you do decide to purchase a cutting machine, I would recommend the Cricut just because it is more user friendly. I don't have experience with silhouettes, but I have heard that they are a little more complicated than a Cricut. I will link the one that I have below. Not the exact one because I purchased mine several years ago, so I don't even think they make the model that I have currently, but I will link the one that is closest to the one I have. If you're not sure whether or not to purchase a cutting machine or doing it by hand, I would suggest if you are just starting out to wait until you've generated some income from the stickers you are currently making by hand cutting them out before you invest in a machine and just use the money that you made to invest in that machine. Now, the second reason I think it's still worth it to sell stickers on apps such as Etsy or other platforms is because the cost to ship is relatively cheap. I'm not really familiar with shipping on other platforms, or at least stickers. I do ship other stuff, but specifically stickers, I'm not familiar with the shipping costs. I do know that Etsy has a very cheap way to ship stickers, and I made a video about it, which I will link up here if you want to watch after this one. But it is about the last time I checked, it was about like 67 cents to ship out stickers. And then in terms of shipping supplies, such as envelopes and those clear envelopes as well, they are also relatively cheap. Personally, I just use regular envelopes and clear envelopes to keep the stickers protected and then just include a thank you card. If you want to know how I package my stickers, I will have the video of that linked as well. But in terms of the cost, you can purchase about 1,000 clear envelopes for like less than 20 bucks, which I purchased years ago and I'm still using them because I think I purchased 2 boxes of like 1,000 clear envelopes and I'm still using them to this day. And I've started my business like 7 years ago, so it is very cheap to package them as well. So the cost of shipping and the cost of shipping supplies for stickers is really, really cheap. And if you want to know the supplies that I use, I will have all of them linked down below in the description if you want to check that out. Sticking to the topic of shipping, they're also less likely to get damaged during transit because USPS basically treats them as regular mail, the regular envelopes you receive in your mailbox. So instead of having them be included with bigger packages, which are more likely that they will get damaged, they are included with regular envelopes. So again, less likely to get damaged versus having them with bigger packages that can potentially, smush them or damage them in any way. Now, there is a possibility that the sticker will get lost in the mail just because sometimes the way you ship it using the letter option, sometimes it's not very accurate when it comes to, like, telling you where it is, or sometimes the USPS forgets to scan it. I think I haven't really had an issue of them not arriving. I used to have an issue with stamped envelopes, and even then, I think I only had 2 that were lost. Again, I've been in business for, like, 7 years, and I've only had 2 get lost, and since that isn't the customer's fault, I just end up replacing it. But even with having to replace a sticker, it's relatively cheap to make a sticker again and again. Since the shipping supplies are already cheap, it doesn't really cut too much into my profit if they do get lost. But as I said, it's very, very, very unlikely that they will get lost. I've had 2 in the past, like, 7 years get lost, so I don't even I wouldn't even worry about that. I also want to note that since I started using the letter option, I have not had any of my packages get lost in the mail. Okay, so the final reason I think it's still profitable to sell stickers is because you can do things such as offer sticker bundles. So you can sell multiple in one listing versus having, separate listings for each of them. You will also save on what are they called? You will also save on listing fees through Etsy because every listing costs about like 20 cents. But if you were to offer sticker bundle, where let's say someone purchased like 5 stickers, you'll only pay that one listing fee. I really hope you can't hear the freaking cats crying. So not only will you be saving on fees because you will be saving on that listing fee, but you will also be selling more of the stickers than if one person was to purchase just one sticker for like let's say $3. You can offer sticker bundles, maybe offer like a tiny discount just to be an incentive for people to purchase more stickers. You will be selling more. So it's kind of like a win-win situation because you will be saving on listing fees and the customer will be saving on shipping fees. Because if they were to purchase single listings of stickers that they want, they would have to basically be charged for each of those shipping fees versus if they just purchase one listing, just one shipping fee. So it's a win-win situation for both parties. If you want to learn more about sticker bundles and how to set that up through Etsy using variations, please watch this video coming up.